And welcome back to the Yes Functional Longevity Podcast. We give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. My name is Chris Border, best-selling author and owner of Yes Fitness. And I would first like to start off by saying thank you for taking time from your busy day today to listen to what I have to say. We will be discussing the last of the 9 hallmarks of aging. This has been a 9-week series discussing each of the hallmarks of aging. And today is our last one. Before we get started, I got a little bit of housekeeping for you. First, you can get today's broadcast, a timestamp, or a transcript of today's broadcast if you head on over to yesfitnessct.com. Scroll down to the bottom, click on podcast. You'll see all of our 238 broadcasts. Click on the one that you'd like, and we'll get that off to send it right off to you. Also, you can get this broadcast wherever you listen or normally listen to your podcast. So that's it. Oh, one last thing. Next week, you want to just make sure that you stop by because we have a special guest. We're going to talk about, first of all, his name is Gabe. And Gabe is going to talk about pain, a little different outlook on pain and how to deal with it and just to define what it is. So you want to make sure that you stop by next week and listen to what he has to say. I think you'll be very interested. From there, let's get started right away. Today, we're one way poor cell reception is similar to frightening cellular decay. See, altered intercellular communication refers to changes in the way that cells communicate with each other. When there are negative changes in the way our cells communicate, there's an increased risk of developing cancer, autoimmune disorders, and neurological disease. So today we're going to discuss ways to slow or prevent altered intercellular communication. So as I said a minute ago, we've been, this is the 9th or the last of our series here talking about the primary hallmarks of aging, or I should say just the hallmarks of aging. First, we started with the 4 primary hallmarks: the genomic instability, telomere attrition, epigenetic alterations, and loss of proteostasis. From there, we went on to stage number 2. These are all the effects of stage 1. You get some deregulated nutrient sensing, mitochondrial dysfunction, and cellular senescence. And finally, stage 3, last week we talked about number 8, stem cell exhaustion, and we're going to finish it up today by altered intercellular communication. And again, this 3rd stage of aging can be characterized as the processes that occur as a result of the primary and the secondary stages. And this is the final of the hallmarks of aging. So this is the results of the first 7. So have you ever heard of altered intercellular communication? Probably not. Chances are you haven't. But it's a fascinating topic that's been gaining a lot of attention in the scientific community lately. Actually, I've been looking at this for a long time. And altered intercellular communication refers to changes in the way that the cells communicate with each other. This can happen for a variety of reasons, such as genetic mutations, environmental factors, and disease processes. And I like to think of it as static in our phones or going to a place with this poor reception. Our communication gets disrupted, right? And that's what happens with the cells. So when our intercellular communication is disrupted, it can have a wide range of effects on the body. Again, for example, developing cancer, autoimmune disease, and neurological disease. So genetic mutations are changes in the DNA sequences that can affect the way the cells function. Some mutations can lead to the overproduction of certain signaling molecules, while others can interfere with the normal function of cell receptors. And these changes can disrupt the delicate balance of intercellular communication, leading to disease and other health problems. You can imagine, if the cells aren't talking to each other the way they're supposed to, or talking to in the wrong way, there's going to be problems. So, environmental toxins are another common cause of altered intercellular communication. Things like exposure to pollutants, chemicals, and other toxins can damage cells and interfere with their ability to communicate with one another. Makes sense. Don't really need to do any studies to know that. But so, for example, exposure to cigarette smoke, we all know it's bad, but it's been linked to alterations in the signaling pathways involved in the development of lung cancer. Disease processes can also lead to altered intercellular communication. For example, autoimmune diseases, each has, such as multiple sclerosis and lupus, are caused by an overreactive immune system that attacks human cells in the body. And this can disrupt the normal communication between cells and lead to a range of symptoms and complications. So, what can we do to slow or prevent intercellular communications without having to get too technical with too much of the science? You can just imagine that if the cells are not communicating to each other the way they're supposed to, that there's going to be problems. But there are ways that we can slow this, and I'm not sure we can actually prevent it, but we certainly can slow this. And it's going to happen as we age. One of the most important steps that an individual can take is to promote healthy intercellular communication is to maintain a healthy lifestyle. May have heard that before, probably with the first 8 hallmarks of aging. And this includes things that we normally discuss: eating a balanced diet that's rich in fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, as well as staying physically active and getting enough sleep. All things we discuss all the time about a healthy lifestyle. Pick a habit, try to change it one at a time. That's the key. Move forward each and every day. These habits can help promote overall health of cells in the body and minimize the risk of damage or disruption to intercellular communication pathways. In addition, you can also take steps to minimize your exposure to environmental toxins and other harmful substances. This may also include avoiding exposure to cigarette smoke and limiting the consumption of alcohol. Yes, limiting the consumption of alcohol. We talk about that as well. And processed foods, and using natural cleaning products and personal care items that are free of harmful chemicals. All this makes sense. When it comes to preventing or slowing altered intercellular communication, exercise, as you might imagine, is one of the most powerful tools we have to fight it. There's a growing body of research that suggests that regular exercise can help to promote healthy intercellular communication and reduce the risk of disease. You knew I'd get to it. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Several studies have suggested that exercise can help to promote intercellular communication by reducing inflammation and oxidative stress, two processes that can interfere with the normal signaling pathways between our cells. In one study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, researchers found that moderate intensity exercise reduced the production of pro-inflammatory molecules in the body. See, moderate intensity. You don't have to kill yourself to get the benefits of exercise. Talk about it all the time. These molecules can interfere with intercellular communication and promote the development of chronic diseases such as cancer, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes. 3 things that no one wants to get. Another study published in the journal Antioxidants found that regular exercise increased the production of antioxidants in the body. These molecules can help to reduce oxidative communication and contribute to the development of disease. In addition to these effects, exercise has also been shown to promote the production of growth factors and other signaling molecules that can help to support healthy intercellular communication. You know, we like to back all this stuff up with studies. So we've got a study published in the Journal of Brain Research found that exercise increases the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, and brain function and plasticity. Overall research suggests that exercise can play an important tool in promoting health intercellular communication by reducing inflammation, oxidative stress, and other factors that can interfere with signaling pathways between cells. So by staying physically fit, incorporating regular exercise in our daily routines, we can help to support overall health and function of our cells and promote a healthy, vibrant life. All things we talk about all the time: healthy lifestyle, eating well most of the time, getting enough sleep most of the time, keeping our stress levels down, getting enough exercise in. These are all just things that we need to build into our lives. And it affects everything in the aging process. All 9 hallmarks, each of those things have a positive effect on those hallmarks of aging. So it only makes sense to start doing it. And when we're talking about exercise, we're talking about getting some strength training in. So we, improve our bone density, our muscle mass, things like that, our strength, our power, all those things that we lose as we age and we don't want to lose, so that we can continue to function capacity that we want to function in, do the things that we want to do, have the fun that we want to have fun. Cardiovascular, for all the benefits of that, blood flow, oxygen, nutrients to the body, to the muscles, to the brain. It all just makes sense. Get out there, get 30 minutes of moderate intensity activity every single day. That'll get you to that 300 minutes, right? 6 times 3, pardon me. What are we doing? We're doing 150 to 300 minutes of moderate intensity exercise. So get that heart rate up a little bit, get a little bit of strength training in, and you will be all set. As always, if you have any questions, get a hold of me some way, somehow. I got a link to my book up there if you're interested in getting a strength training program started, one that can be modified to any level of fitness. And it will help you improve your health span. So again, thank you for taking the time to listen to what I have to say. Make sure that you tune in next week, because you want to listen to what we have to say about arthritis and all just over pain in overall, all pain science. And I'm sure you will enjoy it. And thanks again for listening, and have yourselves a great evening.